Audible now. There's always that moment, isn't there, when I screw up. Welcome aboard, everyone. Earphones charged, inner alarm clock's working. Hi, Kalis, nice to see you. Kalis, everyone, is a streamer on Twitch who does fantastic karaoke nights on overnight Saturday UK time and Mondays and Tuesdays. They're great. Welcome aboard. I'm just going to crack on and sing. I think that might be the way to start this for once. Come one and all, let us be jolly, drive away all melancholy, for to grieve it is a folly. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Still no sound. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, no sound. Bollocks. Haha. Now there is sound, I hope. Now there's definitely sound. Now there's the right sound in the digital domain, all happy like. That's very pro of me, isn't it? Come one and all, let us be jolly, drive away all melancholy, for to grieve it is a folly. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Rack falla rolla roll to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido. Oh, when we're met together, King Solomon in all his glory tells each wife a different story. In our cups we'll disapprove of that. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Rack falla rolla roll to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido. Oh, when we're met together, eating and drinking, they're so charming, piping and smoking are quite cancerous. All these things we'll take delight in. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Rack falla rolla roll to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido. Oh, when we're met together, cease your quarrelling and fighting, evil speaking and backbiting. All these things take no delight in. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Rack falla rolla roll to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido. Oh, when we're met together, grab the bottle as it passes. Do not fail to fill your glasses. Water drinkers are excellent people. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Rack falla rolla roll to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido. Oh, when we're met together, let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. We'll end the day as we begun, we'll end it all in pleasure. Rack falla rolla roll to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido, rack falla rolla rolla to lido. Oh, when we're met together. There we go. Let union be in all our hearts. Let all our hearts be joined as one. Ha! Right, I can see everyone. I can see chat. I can see me. My lights are on. The sound is working. All things are brilliant. Although today has not been one of my better days. I was supposed to be feeding Jill a delicious ox cheek stew, and I managed to leave it on the hob for 4 hours, not on very low, but sort of medium. So I'm hoping I haven't ruined the pan. But, yeah, it was very dark. By the time I noticed, because I had the extractor fan on, so there was no smell of delicious meaty things coming through to the sitting room where I was falling asleep in front of stuff. And instead, oh no, there was just the slow burning of carbs and protein onto the bottom of an old Le Creuset pan. So, no cats yet. But with any luck, they'll join us. The trouble is they have their own... well, you know, they're free cats. They come and go as they will. Hopefully, they will come, and that will be great. I mean, those of you who are there, I know, yeah, truly. I mean, at least ox cheek is a relatively cheap piece of a cow, but you see, crunchy bits in cauliflower cheese is no bad thing. I've had a couple of recent cooking disasters. I attempted to make Chinese crispy belly pork suyuk, and that the idea is you cook it with a salt crust, and the tinfoil that I wrapped around it to try and keep the salt crust in place did not keep in place, and the salt went all down the sides and soaked into the pork. So it didn't work. Let's just put it that way. And that was not ideal. So two complete culinary failures. Although in the culinary success column, I've just made some homemade lemon squash, and that's bloody delicious. So that's all right. And I've just rendered some homemade lard, and that's gorgeous. Hi, Simon. How you doing? And I presume that possibly means Talis as well. And so hi to the Fairborns. Now, last time I did this one, we got some horrible oversaturation on the droney bits. So I'm hopefully I fixed that. But we'll find out, won't we? sing his praise forevermore. I am just going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm going there to meet my Savior, to sing his praise forevermore. I am just going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. 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 Ha! Fixed it! Yes! It was really frustrating last week when it got so blown out. But thanks, Super Mouse, you're very kind. Nearest to this was when the gas bottle ran out in the midst of roasting on the barbecue. Oh, shit. Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, thick black onion, not so good marinating the crunchy there. Yeah, that's Poor Wayfaring Stranger with a Looper. A song I rather enjoy. That was the first. If you look back on my YouTube, there is a YouTube clip. There's a YouTube thing of me singing that with the Looper on stream for the first time, and a different Looper than this one as well. And if you watch that one back, it's not got the precision of this one. The all that sort of stuff I do with the glitchy bits on the eighths and stuff like that. It's simply not there because it couldn't be with the looper I was using. But this is Loopy Pro, and Loopy Pro is a dream for this sort of thing. Good friends from whom we soon must part, where are we bound? Your hands and voices lift my heart. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. For those who work in harmony, where are we bound? Can learn to live in unity. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. If we can join our voice in song, where are we bound? Our hearts will live when we are gone. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. that finds music here. Where are we bound? We'll live forever in the air. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come night. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come night. Here is my home. Here is my home by Saigon. You can stick the royal, you can stick the coronation up your arse. You can stick the coronation up your arse. While there's poverty in the nation and people in starvation, you can stick the coronation up your arse. Singing, I won't if you don't. Let's do this. Not done this for a while. Come all you maids who live at a distance, many's the mile from off your swain. Come and assist me this very moment, for to pass away some time, singing sweetly and completely songs of pleasure and of love. For my heart is with him altogether. No, I live not when I love. Every night I dream about him. When I sleep I know no rest. Every moment thinking about him. My heart is fixed in his breast, and no great distance may be assistance from my mind his love to remove. Yet my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. How the world shall be of one religion, all living things shall cease to die before that I prove false to my jewel, or anyway his love deny. The world may change and grow more strange if ever I my mind remove, for my heart is with him altogether. No, I live not where I love. So farewell lads and farewell lasses, now I think I've got my choice. I will away to yonder mountain, where I think I hear his voice, and if he hollow I will follow around the world, though it be so wide, for my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. Yes, come all you maids who live at a distance, many's the mile from off your swain. Come and assist me this this very moment, for to pass away some time, singing sweetly and completely songs of pleasure and of love. For my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. My heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. There you go. I live not where I love. I'm worrying chat's gone very, very quiet. It makes me think, can they actually hear me? It's always worrying that. And of course, the trouble is, if you can't hear me say something in chat, it doesn't really work. Because if chat's not working, it definitely doesn't work. Justice is there. 5 o'clock in the morning, Justice. You get up for this. I'm just in awe. Of course, that's it. That's why no one was typing. Everyone was singing. Yes, that makes perfect sense to me. Oh, bibbling and crafting. That's very on brand, Talis. That's not. So when I do that, that's really just. There was a clip when that started, was there? That's bad. Yeah. But I don't think I've changed anything. Although this is a different version of the software because I'm running the betas. Crikey, Marion, is that a jumper or something? Are you doing it in circular needle? Doing a Gansey or something? Barkins bonny, and there lives my love. My heart it lies on him and will not remove. No, it will not remove for all that I have done. Oh, never will I forget my love Anarchy. For Anarchy Gordon, he's bonny and he's braw. He'd entice any woman that ever him saw. He'd entice any woman, and so he has done me. Oh, never will I forget my love Anarchy. Down came her father, standing on the floor. He says, Jeannie, you're trying the tricks of a whore. You care nothing for a man who cares so very much for thee. You must marry with Lord Sultan and forget young Anarchy. For Anarchy Gordon, he's only but a man, and although he may be pretty, where are all his lands? Sultan's lands are broad, and his towers they stand high. You must marry with Lord Sultan and forget young Anarchy. With Anarchy Gordon, Oh, I'd beg for my bread before I'll marry Sultan, with gold to my head, with gold to my head, and with gowns fringed to the knee. I will die if I don't get my love and a key. And you are my parents, to the church you may me bring, but unto Lord Sultan I'll never bear a son or a daughter, no, I'll never bow my knee. I will die if I don't get my love and a key. The day Jeannie married, from church she was brought home, then she and her maiden so happy should have been, when she and her maiden so merry should have been. She has gone into her chamber, she's crying all alone. Come to bed now, Jeannie, my honey and my sweet. To style you my mistress, it would not be meet. Oh, it's mistress or Jeannie, it's all the same to me. For in your bed, Lord Sultan, I never will lie. And up spoke her father, and he's spoken with renown. All you who are her maidens, come loosen off her gown. She fell down in a swoon, and so low down fell she, crying, look on, for I'm dying for my love and a key. The day Jeannie married was the day Jeannie died, and the day that young Anarchy came rolling with the tide, and down came her maidens and the wringing of their hands, crying, woe to you, Anarchy, for straying from the strand, so long from the strand, and so long upon the sea. They have married Eugenie, and now she is dead. Oh, you who are her maidens, won't you take me by the hand and lead me to the chamber my love lies in? And he's kissed her cold lips till his heart it turned to stone, and he's died in the chamber his love lay in. There you go, Anarchy Gordon. One of the most spectacularly, it's one of my favourite ballads. I think it's just a fantastic song. I completely, so much of the emotion of it is just, it's fresh. Could be yesterday. The awfulness of the father is a bit, but then again, you know, we hear of honour killings and shit like that, so it's not like it doesn't happen. I'm just doing a thing with a thing. Yes, confirm that, confirm that. Do 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 do. Thank you very much, whoever just chucked some money in the hat. You're very kind. And I've just turned the reminder thing back on, so that bot will do its botty things. Another fine woman ruined by monogamy. No, another fine woman ruined by an absolute bastard of a father. I think, and also in the period when that's set, it's clearly, you know, marriage is chattel slavery rather than. Just going to try and get that vertical on the. Is that vertical? No, it's not, is it? Bear with me a second. Just dealing with my. Yeah, that's more or less vertical. Dealing with my obsessive tendencies. Yeah, in that one, it's more in the time, you know, young women were considered as well, there's a whole bundle of stuff, isn't there? Were considered as just property, and property they thought, well, that's. Oh, the heart is the fortune of all womankind. She's always controlled, she's always confined, controlled by a family until she's a wife, then bound to a husband the rest of her life. Oh, I am a poor girl, my fortune is sad. I've a long time been courted by the wagon's lad. He courted me truly by night and by day, but now he is loading and riding away. Your parents don't like me because I am poor. They say I'm not worthy to enter your door. But I work for my living, my money's my own. And them that don't like me can leave me alone. Your horses are hungry, go feed them some hay. Come sit here beside me as long as you may. My horses ain't hungry, they won't eat your hay. So fare thee well, darling, I'm for riding away. Your wagon needs greasing, your whip's for to mend. Come sit here beside me as long as you can. My wagon is greasy, my whip's in my hand. So fare thee well, darling, I can no longer stand. Oh, I can love little, and I can love long. Can love an old sweetheart till a new one comes along. Can hug and can kiss 'em and prove to 'em kind. I can turn my back on 'em and also my mind. Oh, I'll go to yon mountain so high, where the wild birds can see me and hear my sad cry. Where the wild birds can see me and hear my sad moan. For I am a poor girl and my lover is gone. Here you go, The Wagoner's Lad, that I got from the singing of Sheila K. Adams. Fantastic Appalachian balancing. And that first verse of that, is just brilliant. And a proper traditional thing as well. It's not some modern edition. It's definitely an old verse, and I find that really interesting that we sort of talk about the idea that people knew it was wrong. People knew it was unfair and vile long time ago. I mean, just read Sense and Sensibility or Pride and Prejudice, and the fury of Austen's writing against the marriage market is to me at least, is palpable. We there's this tendency to say, oh yes, they were of their time, and no, they fucking weren't. They knew it was wrong. They absolutely knew stuff was wrong. Just noticing Marion, Lord Sultan. Yeah, I hear it as that quite a lot as well, and you're right, it does put an odd spin on it. I must learn Lord Bateman, which has Bateman going off to Turkey and being captured by a Turk and saved by the Turk's daughter. And that's a fantastic song. But it's not one I don't have the tune well enough that I could even sing it from words at the moment, but it is a fantastic thing. Highly recommended. Seek it out. There's, I think Nick Jones does a great version. There are many great versions of it. There's a fantastic version by Wiggy Smith on Band of Gold, and Wiggy's a traveller singer from, I know they were recorded in, I think, the 80s and 90s, and he's a proper old, from a traveller family, and these songs were passed down to him, knee to knee, and there are versions of it sung by him and by one of his uncles, I think one of his cousins, and they're all slightly different. They're all fabulous. Highly recommended. Very much worthwhile, I would say, going out and seeking. Bloody love Lord Bateman, absolutely tell us. And Sophia is she's wonderful. There are so many badass women in the ballads, and Sophia is definitely one of them. Margaret in Tamlin. I mean, she doesn't end well, but oh God, the lady in I've forgotten her name. I've got to sing through to find out what her name is, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do 3 ballads in a row. But in oh God, Matty Groves, which is not the version I sing. Little Musgrove is Barnett, Lady Barnett. Does anyone else have that? When you know songs, you know the songs, but you don't know. You don't know you don't have random access to the verses. It's like a tape. You've got to go all the way through the tape. And there are some of them I kind of know runs in the thing, so I can jump to a verse in the middle. But most of them, it's like that. To use the tape metaphor, I know what number is on the counter on the. Oh God, there's me and about all the old people in chat know what I'm talking about, and everyone else is going, what? What do you mean the number? Lift up your hearts, Emmanuel's friends, and taste the pleasure Jesus sends. Let nothing cause you to delay, but hasten in the good old way. For I have a sweet hope of glory in the soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul, and I know I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Ye valiant souls, our conflicts here, though great they be, shall not prevent our victory, if we but strive and march and pray like soldiers in the good old way. And I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul, and I know I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Though Satan may his powers employ our happiness for to destroy, yet never fear we'll gain the day by marching in the good old way. And I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul, and I know I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Ye valiant souls, for heaven contend, remember, glory is at the end. Our God will wipe our tears away when we hammer on the good old way. And I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul, and I know I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. And far beyond this mortal shore we'll meet with those who have gone before, and shout to think we've gained the day by marching in the good old way. And I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. And I know I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Yes, I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. And I know I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Ha! The good old way from the singing of the Watsons. And am I born to die, to lay this body down, and must my trembling spirit fly into the part unknown, a land of deepest shade, unpierced by human thought, the dreary regions of the dead, where all things are forgot, so way soon as from earth I go. What will become of me? Eternal happiness, oh, must then my portion be. Wake by the trumpet sound, I from my grave shall rise and see the judge in glory crowned. The flaming skies and see the judge in glory crowned, and see the flaming skies. There you go, I doom ya. Bonus track. I need to have a setup on here on the looper I can use for just improvising stuff. It's not done yet. One of these days it'll happen. Oh, pardon me. I'm on these new newish meds for my diabetes, and one of the things it does is very occasionally, well, not actually very occasionally, about once a week, gives me the most awful indigestion and sort of gasworks burps and all that kind of stuff. And I've been having a bout of it this afternoon. Hopefully it's clear now, so I won't be burping like a trooper on the stream, which would be good, because you really don't want to hear the kind of burps it makes me do. I'll just quickly point Oh, got it right first time as well. Point at that link. Anyone, you might have seen notifications going up the screen. If anyone feels like chucking some money in the hat, I would be inordinately grateful, but also fully understanding of the fact that in this economy, so don't feel obliged, but thank you very much in advance and in retrospect to the people who have chucked money in the hat. You're very kind. Bound together through the land, keep the spirit, keep the way. Brother, sister, make a stand. Unity will win the day. Raise your banner high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banners high. And those who stand in face of strife, and those who stand for liberty, fight to win a better life, fight to keep the future free. Raise your banners high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banners high. Though the struggle brings us pain, though the struggle brings us tears, ours will be the final gain. We shall hear those victory cheers. Raise your banners high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banners high. Raise your banners high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banners high. One of Sycarn's many fine songs. Not Sycarn. What am I talking about? John Tams has many fine songs. I've sung a Sycarn song, but that's. Thank you very much, Simon and Talis. You're very kind. She went down last October in a pouring driving rain. The skipper he'd been drinking and the mate he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock and she was dealt a mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled below. There was just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost, and the groan she gave as she went down, it caused us to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter'd rise again, rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men, and those who loved her best and who were with her to the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Well, all the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, and met a sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. And they laughed at us and said we had to go. But we talked to her all winter, some days around the clock, for she's worth $250,000 floating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men, and those who loved her best and who were with her to the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Well, all spring now we've been with her on a barge and then by a friend, 3 dives a day in a hard hat suit and twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here is slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. But we've patched her ends, stopped her vents, dog hatch and porthole down, put cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the strain and watch the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again, and that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. And those who loved her best and who were with her to the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. For we couldn't leave her there, you see, to crumble into scale. She'd saved our lives so many times, living through the gale, and the laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again. And though your heart it be broken and life about to end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a lover, friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again, and that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. And those who loved her best and who were with her to the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. There you go, the Mary Ellen Carter. Absolutely banging song by the great Stan Rogers. Sadly, I don't know any Gordon Lightfoot songs, but I mean, I'm noticing karaoke, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, but that's it. It's one of those names I recognise, but I've never really listened to him, and I feel bad about that, so I'm going to have to go and do some research and have a listen. Having left it far too fucking late, as is always so often the case, isn't it? You discover people too damn late. What was I thinking of singing? There was a thing I was thinking of singing, and I can't remember what it was now. Must do the thing that automatically turns off the reverby thing when I've finished a song. I got it also. I know how to do it. I just need to do it. It's finding the time, making the time. Actually, I mean, it's the work of 5 minutes. Bum ba da da dum da 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 da da. Come home, da da da, maidens yard and thumb da 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 dum da da. All young da da dum in your prime da da dum da da. Always da da da, and keep your guard up da da da. Let no da steal away your tongue da da dum da da. For time it is a precious thing da da dum da da. And time brings all things da 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 dum da da. Time but all its neighbour da da. And time but all its joy da da. Time brings all things da da dum da da dum da da. One but I had a bunch of time da da dum time brings all things to mind. Time with all its labours, and time with all its joys. Time brings all things to an end. Yes, time, it is a precious thing, and time brings all things to mind. Time with all its labours, and time with all its joys. Time brings all things to an end. Time brings all things to an end. If you know me on Facebook, you probably also know my friend Annie. And Annie is a choir leader who's got a choir doing stuff for the coronation tomorrow. And she had she posted something about having a stressful day. I'm stressing over what were the right songs to sing for the coronation. Which, of course, if you've got a mind like mine, led me to trying to think of desperately inappropriate songs to sing at the coronation. Because, you know, absolutely. Hi, David. Welcome aboard. So this is of my working repertoire. This is possibly the most inappropriate of the songs I know, and especially a certain word shouted loud at the end, because this is a song. This is a song about one of the leaders of the peasants' revolt. So, yeah, and an absolute star, so he was. Who'll be the lady, who will be the lord, when we are ruled by the love of one another? Who'll be the lady, who will be the lord, in the light that is coming in the morning? Sing John Ball and tell it to them all, long live the day that is dawning. For I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, in the light that is coming in the morning. Eve is the lady, Adam is the Lord, when we are ruled by the love of one another. Eve is the lady, Adam is the Lord, in the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all, long live the day that is dawning. For I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, in the light that is coming in the morning. Labour and spin for fellowship, I say. Labour and spin for the love of one another. Labour and spin for fellowship, I say, in the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all, long live the day that is dawning. For I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, in the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball, sing John Ball. Let's get that right. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all, long live the day that is dawning. For I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, in the light that is coming in the morning. Oh, all shall be ruled by fellowship, I say. All shall be ruled by the love of one another. All shall be ruled by fellowship, I say, in the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all, long live the day that is dawning. For I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, in the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all, long live the day that is dawning. For I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark in the light that is coming in the morning. Not my finest version of that, but still. Cock! Yeah, probably the case with it's in England, we can't dodge it. It's just there in all the news, all that, everything. Oh God, Private Eye's brilliant this week. Private Eye's cover this week is just in big type. Man in hat sits on chair, and yeah. Oh, 9 o'clock already. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Up from the town and through the arch of whalebone and out on the cliff tops where North Sea breezes blow. See the happy crowds and all the merry makers going homeward from the late night show. Well, I stopped in for a while at a noisy music session. I'd bought a pint at Tetley's and found a place to stand. It's then I saw a stranger sitting in a black depression with a lukewarm half a lager in his hand. Well, I never liked to see me fellow creature hurting, so I sat right down beside him and I asked him how things stood. Imagine my surprise when I saw his formal shirt and his pallid face and eyes as red as blood. Well, he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play, so the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. A century ago I come from Transylvania, had such a lovely time, the vacation of my life, and if things had ended different I might have wound up staying here and settled down and found myself a wife. Well, then I had this daft idea that I'd lock up Castle Dracula, I'd catch a Transalbino and go out on the road, and though I must admit that your scenery's spectacular, I've come to wish I never had left home. Well, he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play, so the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. You say from me because you're drinking Tetley's holy water and the band's been eating garlic, it puts them all to rights, and I haven't found a virgin that I've half a mind to slaughter, though I've been out on the pull these last 3 nights, and I've wandered up and down from Ravenscar to Redcar, I've flitted o'er the moorlands and I've been to Boggle Hole, I've taken loads of pictures and I've written lots of postcards, and I'm nothing but a lonely, restless soul. Well, he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play, so the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. You're with musicians, friend, there's no need to feel lonely, just grab a penny whistle, join in the tunes we play. Were you kind to make the offer, lad? And he shook his head, it's only that for whistle playing me fangs get in the way. Well, then why not borrow my guitars, my very next suggestion? I've got fingernails as long as claws, I couldn't do it, man. And all at once it hit me, the answer to me question, and I reached across and gave him a baran. Well, he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play, so the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. When he took to it at once the way a vulture takes to liver, and he latched on to the beater and he banked with might and main. The way he thumped and pummeled was enough to make you shiver, and he shouted for the tunes to start again. The roosome rakes of mallow horses brawl and drops of brandy, the ace and juice of pipering Mons Megan's silver spear, oh Carolyn's farewell clanks to Erwin Mason's apron, and he never stopped till dawn was drawing near. When he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play, so the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. Well, the landlord rubbed his eyes and he said, now friends, I'm certain I really must be closing, for the pumps have all run dry. And he strode across the bar room and he pulled back every curtain, and we squinted at the early morning sky. And in that sudden sunshine the silence fell like thunder as the beater ceased its rattle and the goatskin drum fell still. We looked to see what happened, and we gazed in sudden wonder at the smoking ashes on the windowsill. When he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play, so the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. So when it's dark outside and you wish that you were safer. For comfort and security, obey this simple plan. Forget about your crucifix, abjure your holy wafer, and to ward off vampires, carry a Baran. Well, he wants to see the dancing and to hear the music play. So the vampire come to Whitby on his summer holiday. The Vampire Came to Whitby by Chris Manners. David, I don't sing the Diggers song. No, a great song, but not one that I have. The one I keep meaning to learn is Peat Bog Soldiers, which is another, I believe, another Diggers song, which has the most fantastic. I'm not going to sing more of it than what I can remember. But far and wide as the eye can wander, peat and moss are everywhere. Not a bird sings out to greet us, and I don't know the last line. We are the Peat Bog Soldiers, we are marching with our spades to the moor. Must learn the rest of that. Absolute banger. What a glorious chorus, isn't it? Just that. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life, that it may ever stand, where I can just hear those angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Many years I've been searching for a place to call home, but I failed here to find it, so I must travel on. I don't care for fine mansions in earth's sinking sand. Oh, pardon me. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Oh, build me just a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life, that it may ever stand, where I can just hear those angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Dear Lord, I'm not asking to dwell in the midst, for I know I'm not worthy of such splendors as this. I'm asking for forgiveness while humbly I stand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Oh, build me just a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life, that it may ever stand, where I can just hear those angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. I have many dear loved ones who've gone on their way. On the great final morning will I hear them say, come join in our singing, come play in our band. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Oh, build me just a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life, that it may ever stand, where I can just hear those angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Oh, build me just a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life, that it may ever stand, where I can just hear those angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me just a cabin in the corner. Yeah, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Oh God, I'm peaking. Hang on a minute. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Oh dear, still peaking. Oh, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life where it may ever stand, where I can just hear those angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Thank you very much, David. Hopefully, if I'm well behaved, what I'll do is nudge that up just a tad and not sing quite so close and quite so loud. Let's give that a go. This is the field of Senlac. I don't know that one, Talis. You just have to... Oh, Simon. Oh, God. I have to pay attention. What to sing? What to sing? If people have requests, please feel free to make them in the chat, and I will. If I know them, I'll sing them, and if I don't know them, I won't sing them. It's quite straightforward, really. Yeah, it's really easy. If I know them, I'll sing them. Oh, that's really blocking up, isn't it? Let me just... Oh, God, it's so when I'm that low. Right, okay, that's good to know. Yeah, that... I can do the sheep stealer for you, yeah? No problem. Not going to do that. I am a brisk lad and my fortune is bad. Indeed I am wondrous poor, but I do intend me own life for to mend. I shall build an house down on the moor, me brave boys. Shall build an house down on the moor. Me father do keep fat oxen and sheep, and a neat little nag on the downs. And in the middle of the night, when the moon's shining bright, there's a number of jobs to be done, brave boys. There's a number of jobs to be done. For it's I'll roam around in some other man's ground. I shall take a fatty out from the flock, and with the aid of my knife I shall shorten its life, and I'll carry it home on me back. Brave boys shall carry it home on me back. Then me children shall pull the skin from the wool, and I'll carve it up to the bone. And when the constable do come, I'll stand there with me gun, and I'll swear all I have is me own. Brave boys shall swear all I have is me own. For I am a brisk lad, and my fortune is bad. Indeed I am wondrous poor, but I do intend me own life for to mend. I shall build an house down on the moor, me brave boys. shall build an house down on the moor. There you go, the sheep-seed stealer. Thanks for the request, David. It's been a while since I've sung that. It's a great song. I forbid you, maidens all, and no warning take by me. Don't go down to the chaser's wood. If a maid you want to return, return. If a maid you want to return. Lady Margaret, she's sitting in the hall, her cheeks as red as the rose. Then she's run down to the chaser's wood to pull them flowers that grow and grow. To pull them flowers that grow. But she hadn't pulled the one red rose, her rose but barely 3, when a voice said, Lady, how dare you touch your rose without no leave of me and of me, without no leave of me. Well, this little wood, she says, 'tis my very own. My father, he gave it to me, and I'll bend and I'll bow and I'll break a branch. Shall ask no leave of thee, I shall ask no leave of thee. When he's taken her by the lily white hand to where the grass it grows so green, and what they done there, well, I just couldn't say, for the green leaves came between, aye, the green leaves came between. And now there's 24 maidens all sitting in the hall, their cheeks as red as the rose, all except for Lady Margaret. It's pale and wan she goes and goes, aye, it's pale and wan she goes. Yes, there's 24 maidens all sitting in the hall, all playing at the chess, except for Lady Margaret, who's green as any grass, any grass. She's as green as any grass. And up and spoke one of them girls, and on her face was a smile, saying, I think my lady's loved a little long, and now she goes with child, with child. Aye, and now she goes with child. And up and spoke another of them girls, now hang on, and up and spoke an odd grey knight, leaning over the garden wall. Oh, woe be to you, Lady Margaret, for we'll be blamed all, blamed all. I will be blamed all. I had your tongue, your fat knight, and an ill death may you dee. Oh, father me bairn, on whom I will, shall father none on thee, on thee. I shall father none on thee. And up and spoke another of them girls, and a pretty little maid was she, saying, I know a herb grows in the chaser's wood, 'twill twine the babe from thee, and from thee it will twine the babe from thee. And Lady Margaret, she has taken out her silver comb, and she has combed her hair, and then she's run down to the chaser's wood. 'Twas as fast as she could tear, aye, as fast as she could tear. But she had not pulled the one bitter herb, the herb that grows there in the long, when she heard Tamlin behind her saying, Margaret, leave it alone, oh sweetheart, Margaret, leave it alone. Why do you want that bitter, bitter herb, the herb that grows there in the grey, except for to twine away the pretty little baby that we got in our play, that we got in our play. Well, tell me this, she says, whether a mortal man you be. Well, I tell you truth without a word of a lie, I got christened as good as thee, I got christened as good as thee. But as I rode out On a bitter, bitter day, it's from my horse I fell, and the Queen of the Elvins did take me into yonder green woods to dwell and dwell, into yonder green woods to dwell. For tonight it is the and every seventh year we pay a toll to hell, and the last to come in is the first to go. And tonight the toll's myself, aye, tonight the toll's myself, for tonight it is the Halloween, when the elven court must ride, and if you would your true love save, by the old mill bridge you must bide, by the old mill bridge you must bide. And first there'll come a black horse, then there'll come a brown, they'll both race by the white. You must throw your arms about my neck, and they must not hear a fright, no, they must not hear a fright. And then they'll change me then, and it's all in your arms, into many's the beast that's wild. You must hold me close, you must fear me not, I'm the father of your child, you know I am, father of your child. Well, the woods grew dark and the woods grew dim. Tamerlane was gone, and she's picked up her lily white feet, and to the old mill bridge she has run. To the old mill bridge she has run. But she's looked high and she's looked low, she's compassed all around, and she nothing saw, she nothing heard, she's heard no mortal sound, any sound, she has heard no mortal sound. Till at the darkest hour of the night she's heard a bridal bell ring. It pierced her heart, gave her a start, more than any mortal thing, anything, more than any mortal thing. And first there come a black horse, then there come a brown, them both raced by the white, and she's thrown her arms about his neck, and they did not hear a fright, no, she did not give a fright. Well, thunder rolled across the skies, the stars shone bright as day, and the Queen of the Elvins gave a trilling cry, Tamerlane's away, away, oh, Tamerlane's away. And they've changed him then, and it's all in her arms, to a big black dog to bite, and she's held him close, she's feared him not, he didn't her a fright, no, he didn't her a fright. And they've changed him again, and it's all in her arms, to a big black hissing snake, and she's held him close, she's feared him not, he's one of God's own make, he is one of God's own make. And they've changed him again, and it's all in her arms, to a white hot bar of iron, she's held him close, she's feared him not, he's done to her no harm, he has done to her no harm. And they've changed him again, and it's all in her arms, to a lion roaring wild, and she's held him close, she's feared him not, he's the father of her child, he's the father of her child. And they've changed him at last, and it's all in her arms, to a mother naked man, and she's held him, she's thrown a cloak about his shoulders, crying, Tamerlane, we've won, love, we've won, my love, Tamerlane, we've won. Well, the Queen of the Elvins, how she cursed young Tamerlane, oh, how she cursed him good. Oh, when you was mine, I should have pulled out your eyes and put into eyes of wood, yes, put into eyes of wood. A curses on you, Tamerlane, she says, you once was my very own, and when you was mine, I should have plucked out your heart and put in a heart of stone, cold stone. I put in a heart of stone. There you go, Tamerlane. And I'm afraid I don't know the True Love's Wedding, I do know that my water's empty, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, I whistled the kittens and they can't be asked. Thank you very much for your kind words about Tamlin. It is just an epic song, isn't it? I don't think it's an effort, Chastity. I just love singing it. It's not it's just... I mean, it's long, but there's not a spare verse on it. Although there are people who argue that there is, but I think they're wrong. Yes, I remember you saying, Talis. I have to get you back on as a guest at some point, Talis. Ping me and we'll sort out a date. Round goes the wheel of fortune, don't be afraid to ride. There's a land of milk and honey waits on the other side. There'll be peace and there'll be plenty, you'll never need to roam. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling when we go rolling home. The gentry in their fine array do prosper night and morn, whilst we unto the fields must go to plough and sow the corn. The rich may steal the power, but the glory is our own. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling when we go rolling home. The summer of resentment, the winter of despair, the journey of contentment is set with trap and snare. How the hell does it go? Set with trap and snare, stand true and stand together. Your neighbour is your... I'm pretty sure that's not right. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling when we go rolling home. The frost is on the hedgerow, the icy winds do blow, whilst we poor weary labourers stride through the sleet and snow. Our hearts fly up to glory, up where the larks do go. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling bottle round and let the toast flow free. Here's a health to every labourer, wherever they may be. Fair wages now and ever, let's reap what we have sown. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling when we go rolling home. I ought to properly refresh myself on the words of that. Is that Our Captain Cried Old Hands, you mean, David? Again, not one... I mean, I know the tune. A blacksmith courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, wrote me a letter. With his hammer in his hand, he looked so clever. If I were with my love, I'd live forever. Strange news is come to town, strange news is carried, strange news flies up and down, my love is married. I wish them both much joy, though they don't hear me, and may God reward them well for the slighting of me. What did you promise me when we lay together? You said you'd marry me and not deny me. If I said I'd marry you, 'twas only for to try you. So bring your witness, love, I'll not deny you. Oh, witness have I none save God Almighty, and may He reward you well for the slighting of me. Her lips grew pale and wan, it made her poor heart quiver, to think she loved the one who proved deceitful. Ha! Also became various hymns. I was 18 when my dad first took me to a pub, and I've never ever seen him quite so mad. A pint of the usual, sir, the barman said, but he was asking me, not Dad. But if surfeited the appetite will sicken and so die, I'll not long have a boozer for a son. They say there's 27 pubs from here to Odsel Top, and tonight you'll have a pint in every one. We kicked off in the majestic, little Alec kicked us out when Dad said he was scared what he might catch. We didn't mean to set on fire the White Swan and the Devonshire, but Dad was always careless with his match. As the odd fellas knew we'd been, we caused a riot in the Queen, and I was right till Dad said then we should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. So we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. So we'll go back down and do the manch again. Well, we thought we'd make a start with a quiet game of darts before we'd gone a bit too far. But we were slinging arrows in the Albany Snug, and the board was in the public bar. There were arrows in the ceiling, there were arrows in the wall, there were arrows in a barmaid's thigh, till a very ugly landlord with a very ugly club suggested we should both go forth and multiply broken glasses. They were counting as we slipped out of the fountain, and the tall bar crowd was still in hot pursuit. In the fighting, Father Albert killed the landlord of the Talbot when the silly bugger criticised his suit, and we were walking on our knees by the time we reached the fleece. And I was right, so Dad said then, like it, lad, or lump it, we have missed horse and trumpet. So we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lump it, we have missed horse and trumpet. So we'll go back down and do the match again. Well, it's then we chanced to meet a young lady of the street, and Lord, but she'd some lovely wares to sell. Unfortunately, Dad was somewhat sick upon her dog. After 14 pints, he wasn't feeling well. As he searched for his teeth, he found the dog underneath, jumped back and knocked the poor woman flat. I've had pints, peas, pork pies, and pickled eggs tonight. But I can't remember eating that. Well, the station and the junction then both showed us no compunction as they threw us in the street upon our ears. We had all sorts of hell on in the New Inn and the Nelson, and we had the Wickham landlord close to tears. As Newt, we were pissed as we staggered into Listers, and I was right what Dad said then. Trouble now, of course, is we forgot twag and horses. So we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lumpet, we have missed horse and trumpet. Trouble now, of course, is we forgot twag and horses. So we'll go back down and do the manch again. Well, then Dad pinched a bulldozer so we could ride in style. He flattened 3 police cars straight away. His driving wasn't polished, and in no time he demolished Hong Kong Harry's corner Chinese takeaway. As that chef with his chopper chases up to Cello Street, his nearness to me necktie wasn't nice. As me breath began to steady, I said, you were mad enough already. Did you have to order curried cat and rice? We had Websters, we had Whitbreads, we had Hammonds, we had Hayes, we had John Smith and Sam Smith too. We were right bloody gluttons on some OBJ by Duttons and Bass, both red and blue. We had Einkoop and Allsops and some Ramsdens that was all slops, and I was right till Dad said then, we've missed out all the Bentleys, we've not had a drop of Tetleys. So we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a nip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lumpet, we have missed horse and trumpet. Trouble now, of course, is we forgot twagon and horses. We've missed out all the Bentleys, we've not had a drop of Tetleys. So we'll go back down and do the manch again. Well, the police with a van cleared the Yorkshire divan, the landlord and his wife and kids as well. The Foresters was quiet, there was not a sign of riot, for the customers was all inside the cell. There were specials running up the street and firemen running down. Troops and tanks were standing by at Odsel top. Some nuns who came to pray for peace just stayed to sober up. The priest who got so drunk he tried to kiss a cop. Well, there was still a hue and cry in both the Woodman and Red Lion, and the Craven ever tried to bar the door. We thought we might get drunk if we had another in the trunk lift. So we thought we'd better have one to be sure. As we fell through the doors on all fours at Mary Shores, I was right till Dad said then, you can have a little rest. Now you're halfway through the test. Then we'll have to go back down and start again. We should have had a dip in the Blue Lion and the Griffin. Like it, lad, or lumpet, we have missed horse and trumpet. Trouble now, of course, is we've got twaggle and horses. We've missed out all the Bentleys. We've not had a drop of Tetleys. You can have a little rest. Now you're halfway through the test. Then we'll go back down and do the manch again. Doing the manch back, like Keith Marsden. Yes, the Pisters Listers rhyme is astonishing, isn't it? David, you are naming great songs that I simply don't know. Or don't know to sing. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Oh, God, the Anderson Robb Trio is what a fantastic set of songs there are on that. There's a brilliant one about traditional sailors tattooists that I really ought to learn, but just some fantastic stuff on that. Highly, highly recommended the Aerosmith Robb album. What time is it? Now, I don't know if you've noticed, my voice is starting to wobble. I'm still trying to shake that chest infection. It's getting there. It's definitely not as bad as it's been. I drove to Todmorden, which turned out to be an hour and a half because horrible roadworks last weekend, to go to the big sing that Kit Knight was running. And I managed just on an hour before my voice was completely shot with the words with the chest infection, and I had to bail out and leave. It was lovely. I saw a few people I've not seen in years, and that was great, and met someone's new baby and all that kind of stuff. But I ended up driving 3 hours for 1 hour of sing around. You know how it is. It's a bit shit sometimes. But there you go. It was still worth a go. Because if I'd been all right, which I thought I was, it would have just been glorious. As it was, I wasn't all right. But it was still worth the go. I'm not singing that yet. Hang on a minute. Just... Oh, you're really annoying. Give me the keyboard. Oh, excellent. I really ought to try and get the doctor to give me some antibiotics, really. Anyway. Thank you very much to the people who have visited this link and dropped money in the hat, to a couple of anonymous supporters and to Nitronomicon. One of the anonymous supporters I know is Simon and Tallis. And thank you also to David Mercy for chucking money in the hat. You're all very kind. Yeah. Don't remember it well enough. Not going to give that one a go. That's one for... finally, on Tuesday, I'm finally going to get to rehearse with Emily, which is going to be great. I was hoping she might be able to be a guest next Friday, but that's not happening. I don't know, David. At some point, I mean, my stepdaughter lives in Newcastle, but when we're going up to Newcastle, in Gateshead. When we're going up to Gateshead, it's to visit family, so we tend not to get about much. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I think I'm going to sing maybe a couple more. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingley. What care we, boys, how white the minch is? What care we, boys, the wind and weather, when we know that every inch is closer homeward to Mingley. Heel ya ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head around into the weather. Heel ya ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingley. Wives are waiting by the pier head, gazing seaward from the heather. Bring her head round and we'll anchor ere the sun sets on Mingley. Heel ya ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel ya ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingley. Heel ya ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel ya ho, boys, let The Flying Crowd is great, but long. My name is Francis Hollander, as you will understand. I was born in the county of Waterford, in Erin's lovely land. I've recorded it, and I know it, but it's not properly fresh. And I'll try and remember to pick it up again for. I'll try and remember to. Words. To get it learned for next week again. Relearn it, because it is an epic song. It's a fantastic song. Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and them northern... Oh, hang on, I've put that in the wrong place. Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and them northern Riley, oh, bold... Let's do this right. Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and them northern winds, they blow so strong. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, we're outward bound for the Bengal Bay. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, get mending, me lads, 'tis a hell of a way. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, the anchor's weighed and the sails are all set. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and them Liverpool girls will not forget. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, cheer up, Mary, don't look lone. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, come White Stocking Day, you'll be drinking rum. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, oh, bold Riley, and them northern winds, they blow so strong. Bold radio has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear. Bold radio, bold radio. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear. Bold radio has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear. Bold radio, bold radio. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear. Bold radio has gone away. Bold radio has gone away. David, I've not heard you, so I'm not going to invite you on as guest until that's happened. Please don't be offended by that. I just want to make sure that I've heard people that I have on as guests. Sometimes I've not heard much of them, but that's quite fun too. But yeah, so thanks, Solomon. Right, I'm going to wind up with this, I think. It's my favourite Dave Webber song ever. I just realised I've not sung any May songs, but I'm not going to. As I rove up at break of day, all from beside my true love, I heard a blackbird sing its song, as beautiful as new love. There's not a court in all the world has heard a song so rich, and ne'er a song has ever been sung that has such perfect pitch. As I walked out this autumn morn, just as the sun was rising, and all the world with dew was hung, and the leaves like silver shining, there's not a court in all the world has treasures fair as these, and ne'er a diamond shone so bright as sunlight through the trees. And later on this autumn day, I saw a tree fire burning, the leaves like flames of red and gold. They set my heart a-yearning. And then I heard another song from deep within my heart, awaiting just one touch of love before it made a start. After love I ask of life just one simple thing: pray never let me see the day that will not let me sing. There you go, The Blackbird by Dave Webber. Love that song. Love that song. Love the sentiment of it. And just, yeah. Thank you, everyone who has chucked money in the hat. Thank you, Paul Bristow, who I saw by. It's been an absolute pleasure singing for you. It always is. I'm always, even if I'm not feeling great when I start, I'm always glad that I've come on here and sung a few songs for you, and you seem to have, enjoyed it, which is brilliant. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night tonight, and so yeah, that's good night all.